Alright, so Shoot 'em Up is written and directed by Michael Davis, who this is his only movie he's made. This came out 11 years ago, back in 2007. Stars Clive Owen, Paul Giamatti, and Monica Bellucci. And this is another episode of the series Guilty Pleasure Movie of the Week. It came out on September 7th, and it got good praise, but it was a box office disappointment. And to me, this is a movie I feel like it should have made more money. Wanted, I do like Wanted, but Shoot 'em Up is better. Basic story is you meet this guy named Mr. Smith. He's a carrot crunching gunman, and he's an awesome gunman. He saves this newborn baby from assassins, and he decides to team up with a prostitute named DQ, or Donna, to protect this baby from further attacks. But you have this hitman named Hurt, who is hot under trail, and Smith and DQ uncovers a dying senator's plot to harvest a bone marrow from babies just like the one they have in their arms. That's basically the plot. Stupid, awesome, dumb action film. But I love it. It's an awesome guilty pleasure, and I watched this last year again, and I have to say this is a lot of fun, to be honest. It's a lot of fun. The director, he got the idea from us watching a gun battle scene from John Woo's movie Hard Boiled, in which Chow Yun-fat's character rescued newborn babies from gangsters. I never seen Hard Boiled, but he decided to make an action film, and it's not just an action film, but it's also a crime film. It's pretty great. I like the extreme action. This is an R-rated film. It's not for your kids, and the R rating does not play around. It's an hour and 26 minutes. It goes by like a brick. Pow. Goes by like a brick, and it is awesome. You have really good direction and very solid cinematography here from Michael Davis and Peter Powell, respectively. They do a great job with the action and the intensity and the awesomeness. Smith is a homage of The Man with No Name, spaghetti westerns. I like that. That was pretty cool. Because I do like the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the Fistful of Dollars. Those are the only two in the The Man with No Name trilogy I've seen. I think I've seen the second one. I don't know. But this movie has a lot of violence, a lot of guns, a lot of blood. It's intense. It's awesome. And you got some really good acting in here. A lot of good acting in here. Most of the stunts in this movie, all the stunts are really, really good. The stunts are intensely demanding, but the stunts pays off. And you have a very rocking soundtrack and a great musical score by Paul Haslinger, but the soundtrack is just really, really cool. Now, originally, this movie was supposed. It had a planned release during the 2006 holiday season, but it got released in 2007 and it didn't do anything. It should have. I think it should have made more money. The film did get DVD and Blu-ray release, and I have seen this part of a triple feature set, which I really enjoy. The action is worth it. The action is insane. You have a scene with Clive Owen. He takes the carrot. The carrot scene was really cool. And it's bloody, it's intense. Like I said, this is R-rated. It's not violent. And I have to say, it's awesome. Clive Owen in here. Clive Owen is great. He's a great lead. I like him as Smith. He's fantastic. He's really awesome here, and I just think he's very, very, very cool, and I just think his performance is just really nice. And he's funny, he's energetic, he's a very badass lead. He will fight people in all these weird, bloody, and messed up kind of ways, and I like that. You have an awesome villain in Paul Giamatti. I liked him. Paul Giamatti, he was really good as the villain. The fight he has, take notes, The Dark Tower. This fight here was not it was not a rip-off. It was an actually pretty interesting fight, and I appreciate that because the fight here was awesome. Then you have Monica Bellucci, who is a very gorgeous, beautiful Italian woman, and I do love. And John Avenger 71985 is gonna agree with me that she is a gorgeous woman. I love Monica Bellucci as an actress. I haven't seen all of her work, but I have seen one movie she was in called How Much Do You Love Me? It's in French. But it was pretty good. I like her as Persephone in the Matrix sequels, especially Reloaded. Passion of the Christ, she was great. She was one of the great things in that movie. But again, I regret watching that movie. That's my biggest regret. But even Mel Gibson, you could not make her ugly. She's not an ugly woman. No, she's not. She's very gorgeous here, and you get to see, she does talk in different language, and sometimes it's funny because Smith doesn't know what she's saying, but I laugh too, but I also just roll with it. And try to make out what it is she's saying. I'm like, okay, I understand what she's trying to say. But she's great. And she's still hot, and she's hot in here. So, what are you gonna do? And I just like how this film plays out. It's very tongue-in-cheek, it's stylish, it's bloody, it's basically a homage to the old action films in the 80s. And if you're an action fan, I recommend watching this movie. Yeah, the violence is very intense. There is a lot of cursing. And there is a kiss, a romance. There is a love scene with Monica Bellucci and Clive Owen. But shoot 'em up is a good time, and I highly give this my highest recommendation. Better than Vampire Academy. Let me know what you guys think about Shoot 'em Up for this Guilty Pleasure movie of the week. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And if you ain't seen this movie, you should. I'll check you guys out in another video. And if you like this, you can come here and we can have a good time. Bye.